Yes boys, what is going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're doing some invasions today on a build that I like to call the Weatherman. For reasons that I'm sure will become pretty clear once we start talking about the build. So there's two main aspects on this one that really contribute to our playstyle, those being the Divine Beast Helm and the Enraged Divine Beast Talisman. Both of these two items increase the potency of storms, and I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.999% sure that relates to anything with storm in the name. So I've got four main weapons on the build, and each of these four main weapons have an Ash of War with storm in the name. So I've got the Halberd with Storm Assault, the Horned Warrior's Greatsword with the Horn Calling Storm, I've got the Storm Hatch with Thunderstorm, and I've got the Zamor Curved Sword with Zamor Ice Storm. So each of those Ashes of War is going to be getting a nice damage buff, plus I've got the Shard of Alexander. So our Ashes of War are going to be hitting really hard on this build. You may have noticed in our offhand we've got the Staff of the Great Beyond, which can do spells and incantations, and then I've got a load of weather themed incantations and spells guys. I've got Horned Bolt, bit of lightning, I've got Divine Beast Tornado, I've got a bit of wind, I've got the Frozen Lightning Spear, bit of ice, bit of lightning. I've then also got Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike, bit more lightning, and then to finish things off, although it's not really weather related, but I thought, you know, it's kind of like a volcano erupting, kind of like weather, isn't it? I can kind of class that as weather. I've got Gelmir's Fury, baby. Oh yeah, very stylish. Now with my second weapon slot guys, I've got a dagger with Endure. Love using Endure at the minute. I put it on a lot of my builds, and that helps me poise to attacks to land some of those big spells and incantations and hit my opponents for a lot of damage. We love damage. Let's take a little look at the stats. We're a level 130 build this time, 60 figure, 22 strength, 33 intelligence, 34 faith. Baby, I absolutely love it. Bish bash bosh, lovely build, nice damage. Let's take a look at some of those lovely invasions. Alright guys, look at us here, we're just throwing weather things all over the place. This is such a cool build, the Weatherman. The name kind of speaks for itself and sums what this build is all about, really. It kind of sums it up. It's just the Weatherman guys is a beast that can control the weather. I've had this idea in my head for a while now. It's kind of it kind of started from an old build that I had on the Xbox that I like to call the Name of the Wind. It was a build that was based on one of my favourite characters from any book. The Name of the Wind is the name of the book, and it's about a character that can control the wind. But I kind of took the idea of that and I thought, how can I kind of push this build forward a little bit? And then I thought, why not just take the aspects of the wind and then combine it with some other you know, like weather element. It's pretty straightforward really. It's not rocket science guys, is it? It's just the weather. All about the weather boys. We've got lightning, we've got fire, we've got tornadoes, we've got a bit of ice in there as well. And it just works really well as a build, as a theme, and you can see it's quite effective from this first invasion. This was one that really went smoothly. Everything kind of went in our favour there, really stylish couple of kills. The actual Beast Tornado, the Divine Beast Tornado, is a lot better than I was expecting, you know. I think when you pair it with the helmet that we're using and the talisman that both boost the storm, you know, buffs the storm, Ashes of War or spells, when you combine it with those two, you're getting some good damage returns, man. Don't take it for granted. It does some good damage. I mean, look at this. It's a more Ice Storm. We're also getting buffs on that as well, because like I said at the beginning, those two things, the helmet and the talisman, buff anything with storm in the name. Now, I am pretty sure that's the case. If I'm wrong on that, I do apologise, but I was looking on Wiki and I'm sure it said that they buff anything with storm in the name, so that's the Ashes of War and a couple of incantations and spells, mainly being the Divine Beast Tornado and the Zamor Ice Storm. I don't know if there's any other spells or incantations that it works for, but when you look at the Ashes of War, you've got all of the wind incantation, all of the wind Ashes of War, sorry, all of the wind Ashes of War are being buffed. And then you've got stuff like, you know, the ice, the tornado Ashes of War on the Stormhawk axe like I'm using now. That's buffed from it because that's got Storm in the name. There's a more Ice Storm on the curved sword. That's got Storm in the name, so that's getting a buff as well. You can see the damage. Nearly killed him though, he was just on the edge of the storm. If he was a bit closer to me there, he'd have been dead. But watch this, nice little kill with the Horn Bolt. Dodges the first one, but we follow it up. Oosh, get absolutely electrified. Good sir. Don't wear no clothes out in the storm. It's not good for you, mate. You're going to get zapped. Look at these two absolute chads. Couple of cosplayers wearing the same armour, wearing the same, using the same spells even. They've even put the little summon out, so I just take a minute here just to get rid of him. I just show him who's boss. I just assert dominance. You know what I mean? Can't be letting this guy run around thinking he's the man when I'm the man. I don't know why he just totally ignored me there. Being a little bit of a schmeagle. But anyway, I call the lift. Get on the lift. I go down the lift. And look at this. Little bit of an ambush, boys. He was waiting for me. But I'm clever in that, you see. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was ready and waiting. Now this is well funny what happens here. Putting me under a lot of pressure. Both sending out those spells. Really cool builds. Love the builds. Love the invasion. Like, you see a lot of this in Seamless, people doing the same exact build like this. It's really cool. But watch this, I've got Endure on my dagger, so I pop it. And then watch this. There's an ambulance coming past my house, boys. But everyone's dead. Good timing, I need that ambulance. We've got 3 bodies here, mate. That's what happens when you live on a main road, guys. You get ambulances coming past all the time. But like I said, good timing because there's 3 corpses need picking up. This was a funny little invasion here. Couple of quick deaths. Is that a white mask user? I think it is. Sorry mate, but I don't have any pity on you when you're wearing that horrible, horrible mask. Frozen Lightning Spear. Again, you know, weather related, lightning, ice. You can see what I'm going for with it, but it's not the best spell. The tracking on it is a bit dodgy. But when you do hit, it does good damage, you know. It does good. It does some good damage. And we just absolutely obliterated the backhand blade user. Get absolutely schmeagled on. Good invasion there against those 2 guys. You could see what they was doing then. One of them was spamming the Storm Stomp while the other one was attacking me. Pretty interesting tactic really, trying to immobilise me in the stun animation of the Storm Stomp while the other guy was just harassing me. Good invasion, but the power of the Zamora Ice Storm on the curve sword just turned out to be too much. This was an interesting one. So there's 2 of them. I'm fighting them one at a time. They're in different locations. Now he gets his axes out, and that animation always makes me panic. This Ash of War is a bit crazy. You could see I'm trying to do my own Ash of War, but I'm just getting stunned out of it. But then I remember I've got Endure, and I know he's going to come close enough for this to hit. And then it's just a done deal, guys. The Ashes of War do so much damage. As soon as he got too close, that was it. It was game over. Like I say, I was panicking a little bit initially as soon as he got those axes out, but I just needed a few seconds to get my composure, and then it was game over. We're going for the Gelmir's Fury now against the other guy. He's in a tight little room with me, guys. Against the Weatherman, it's not where you want to be. I've got so much AoE damage. He's just not used in a bad situation. He's not got a coat, it's cold, it's raining. He's not got any protection against the lightning. He's not got any protection against the fire. He's just not where you want to be, boys. You don't want to be in a tight room against the Weatherman. Little word on the fashion on this build as well, guys. Like the Divine Beast Helm, that's what it's called, isn't it? The Beast Helmet that I'm wearing. Doesn't really scream Weatherman, but it does scream Beast. So I kind of pictured myself as this, like, you know, this kind of beastly being that is in touch with the weather. And then the fashion, I think it just kind of complements it. Looking a bit like a, you know, like a Colosseum gladiator, but I don't know, you know, I think it just works. We're a beast that can control the weather. Now this was a little quick invasion, but I thought it was just funny for reasons that you will see. Watch this, nice little backstab here. On the Marika's hammer. Take one out, then it's just down to this other wizard. Now I'm thinking, what's this next fight going to be like? What have you got to offer? Watch this. What he has got to offer is absolutely zero health. Level your vigour, son. What is that? I mean, come on, guys. What did he have, like 300 HP? That is absolutely crazy. Level your vigour. For the love of all that is holy. Level your vigour, son. So we're here in another invasion. This was cool, this one. This is against a duo, I believe. There's two of them, but they both spawn in all of the summons. So it's kind of like a 5-6 on 1 currently. I just need to buy myself a little bit of room here, gather my thoughts, gather my composure, and then we'll have a think about what we want to do. Now I do have my own spirit summons, which I will go to shortly in this invasion. But you can see how much is going on here. I've got projectiles coming at me through the summons. Look at this, I've got Scarlet Rot spells going off. It's all a bit manic, so I just back up, try and give myself a little bit of time. This is all you need sometimes, guys. Just give yourself a little bit of room, a little bit of time, think about what you want to do next. What I want to do next is get my Messmer Soldier Ashes out. Because I always keep them on me, you know. I always keep a summon on me for when people are being cheeky and using their own summons against me. I try to level the playing field. Talk about a leveler. This is a leveler. Oosh! Smashed him. Smashed him with the lightning. And now it's just a one-on-one with me and the last guy. And it's pretty much a done deal. He's fat rolling as well, which is never a good loot. It's never a good loot, guys. Don't ever fat roll, because if you're against an invader like me and sees you fat rolling, it's just like style on time, isn't it? It's just like, it's like a free-for-all. It's like open hunting season on the fat roller. Don't ever do it, boys. It's not worth it. Good damage there on the Divine Beast Tornado, and then it's just a case of following them up and finishing them off. Because when you fat roll, then you can't get away because you're too slow. It is what it is, boys. Don't ever fat roll. Get on that treadmill. Burn some carbs. Just live a healthy lifestyle. Trust me. Live a healthy lifestyle. Eat some fruit. Work on your cardio. You'll feel the rewards. So in watching the video, guys, I hope you can see how effective this build is. It's definitely not OP by any means, I would say, especially at level 130. I've been invading at level 125 a lot lately, and I did want to do this one at level 125, but I just needed the 5 extra levels. I literally didn't have any extra levels to spare, and I think I needed some more. I felt like I needed a little bit more mind and maybe a couple of extra points into endurance to wear this armour, so I just had to push it to level 130. And it's been okay, it's been absolutely fine, you know, I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, I hope you can see how effective it is without being totally OP. We could probably do with some more strength and endurance, or, you know, maybe just to buff the damage on the weapons rather than just the Ashes of War. But overall, it's been really good. Really, really good stuff. This was a nice little one-on-one in the base of the Halig tree right near the Melania fight. I managed to get him before he went in, and we have a nice little one-on-one. Lovely, lovely little one-on-one against a big greatsword user. Look at this, he's an angry boy, he smashes the floor, does some good damage, but it doesn't matter, boys, because when you're the weatherman, you've got all the weather to call on. Dodges there's a more ice storm, but it's okay, because you know what the outcome of this invasion is going to be anyway, don't you? You all know, boys, watch this, Divine Beast Tornado. Divine Beast? It's a Divine Beast Tornado. But we missed him anyway, but we followed it up with a couple of attacks. But we're heading into the last invasion, guys. Not like you might expect this one, a little bit of a funny one. I invaded him as he was going to go into the big boss fight. And see for yourself what happens here. I decided to do the right thing and just leave him to it. Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Look after yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you all on the next one.